Now look, I know that's a lot to comprehend right there, but if you watch the video, you get to see me put these bad boys on, and it all makes sense. Because we got Pepsi can exhaust, we have a 390 big block, and we have an old farm truck that we are turning into a monster. So just watch it. Alrighty, so welcome back. Today we're going to start on the farm truck. We need new brake lines. We need to put them headers on because let's make some freaking power. Let's get started with the brake lines. So our real problem is right here. You can see it's just leaking there. It's actually spraying on the spare tire, which you probably can't see now because of the shade. And then there was a big puddle on the floor down there. So I could replace that line and probably be fine. I'm not going to because these other ones are like not good. If you watched my last video, you saw that this main line running back here, you can see one of the splices right there. There's another splice about a couple inches underneath. Then there's another splice, then there's another splice, and then it ties into the original. It runs up to the reservoir. So I want to run a whole new line there. New lines here to the rears, and then we'll check the fronts, but they might not be bad, but they probably are. And I also want to start taking care of these shocks. I want to get them all gone. I want to drop the spare tire. Alrighty, so I'm going to do the shocks first just to get them out of my way for these brake lines. They are 3/4. Wow, that actually came off really easy. That's surprising. This. I didn't even have to hold it. The bolt stuck. That's nice. Actually, that doesn't bother me. Oh yeah, like a glove. Freaking. Bolts are stuck in there, boy. There's how you're spinning them. That's nuts. They are freaking on there. There you have it, folks. Can't even push her down. It's the rust. There you go. One down. Woo. 2. Next, we're gonna get this ugly ass spare tire out of our way. I'm Sawzalling her. Wow, that was dramatic. It must be a heavy tire, dude. That is a heavy tire. Oh yeah. You know the sad part is I just literally cleaned the shop floor before I put this thing in here. And I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I knew the truck looked like this. Right there's what I was talking about. That's my, that's what was holding the spare tire on. And it looks a lot better on film than what it really is. Now we're going to move on to the brake lines. I'm just going to be using my Nipex to take them off because they're rusty and I'm not saving them. Just don't even try to grab the wrenches. Just grab the Nipex. We got the fluid coming out now. And she just totally snapped off. So that's basically how brittle the brake line is, as you can tell. But who cares? The other one's not too bad. Uh-oh. Not Not good, folks. Not good. She does not want to come off. She's basically welded on there. There we have it. She's off. Real quick before I take that off, I just want to show you guys this rubber line, this T. That is a Phillips head screw they have. They have a piece of rubber hose on it with a hose clamp wrapped around it to keep it tight down to this. And yeah, that is redneck ingenuity at its finest. All right, so we're all unhooked now back there. Brake line runs, we got a zip tie right there. And then right there, I'm gonna take apart at this connection. And then it runs back into there. You can kind of see another connection down there where they spliced. And then look, what do we have there? Another splice. There we go, there's our first leg of it. All right, now we're gonna go underneath. I'm gonna show you this colostrophe. I don't even know if that's the right word. So up front here, there is our Pepsi can JB Welded exhaust. Right, sorry, can't really see. Right in there, we have where that nip hex is. It appears to be the proportioning valve right there. You can see that's a newer line coming out that runs along there. This is a fuel line. Looks like they replaced a leg of it. Still need to obviously replace that. And it goes to the frame rail right in there. Goes to the frame rail, up into the cab, to the gas tank. That all needs replaced, obviously. I mean, it's just shot. So I'm gonna take it off right there, and then we're just gonna run from there back. Easy. Alrighty, so now we're gonna move on because I'm waiting for the brake lines to come. I don't really know when they're gonna come because I had to type in a random email because apparently my email isn't sufficient. I ordered them, but I don't know when they're coming. And that is the rubber hoses that go from the fronts and for the rear. Obviously, all the other hard lines I'll make myself. But yeah, I'm waiting on them. It'll probably be another half a week, maybe. I don't know. Could be another week. So I figured I have these headers. I really want to put these headers on this truck. I really want to drive this truck. I really want to wake this truck up. So why not start taking them off? So let's start breaking bolts, I guess, in the block, and then we'll have to heat them up and pull them out. And I don't know. I'm really curious to see how many bolts we actually do break. I mean, this truck is old, real old, like mega old. I don't really know what's going to happen, but I know it's going to be cool, and I know you're going to want to watch it. So. All right, so quickly, you can basically see, if I didn't show you already, that's what we're dealing with. So this side really does not look bad on the driver's side. That's pretty open, actually. Passenger side looks a little worse. Looks like the wheel well actually comes out more on this side. Yeah, definitely, because obviously the steering box is there, so they keep that recessed. But yeah, this side, no steering box. So that definitely comes out more. We're looking at a 14 millimeter is what is holding on these manifolds right now. Just gonna go ahead and try to crack one. I'm really not too confident in how this is gonna go. Well, I'll tell you this much. The bolt is spinning, but the back of the bolt where I can see is not spinning. So, I would call that a problem. Alrighty, now we're gonna break out the old Milwaukee. Figure if we're gonna break them, might as well break them looking cool. So there's number one contender. We got number two. We are losing, we are striking out. There's two I need to get out. Of course, it's on the bad side. Let's go try the other side. I'm feeling real good about this side. Real good. That one's real loose. Well, I think we actually got this one. That is probably the first full bolt you will see come out of these heads. I mean, the only full bolt you will see come out of these heads. This one's coming out too. Came out real easy. Of course, the easy side is the side that we can actually get to. The side that we cannot get to, we will probably break every bolt off. Alright, so these last two bolts are really clean and like look new. I have one bolt in the very back that's already halfway out, that's holding everything on. But dude, I mean, this header's like, this manifold, sorry, It like came off by itself. Like, I really don't think they had it tight. I mean, everything was finger loose. I wish I could say the same about the other side, but obviously I can't. There we go. All right, so all the bolts are out. Manifold is off. Oh yeah, crispy. Dude, these freaking bolts are kicking my butt. It is probably 125 degrees out here in the shop. I mean, I am freaking soaked, dude. So I'm currently weighing my options, I guess you would say, on what to do. The manifold on the driver's side is completely off. All the bolts came out really easy. Passenger side, where it's tight and there's not a lot of room, they're all breaking and they're not coming off. I think I got one out so far. All the top ones are snapped off, pretty much. These other bottom ones I can't get to. The one I really can't get to because it's stripped out, and the other ones are in the back. So I need to take out this wheel well. Is basically what I'm deciding. But the wheel well is pretty rusted out, so I'm just deciding if I want to just Sawzall the rest of the way out and take this front tire off and get in there, or if I want to try. Because what I'm Sawzalling is the good part. Let me just say that, not the part that's actually rusted, which is kind of screwed up if you think about it. So I'm just trying to decide right now if I'm going to do that, and you know, I'm just going to do it. Whatever. I'll show you like down in here. So I need to get into here to get into the manifold. All in this area is, you can see the holes right in here, but all in this area is completely rusted out. Over here is actually like really good metal. Still got the coating on it and everything. Like, it's good. But I need to trim basically this line so I can get out to this manifold. I don't want to take it off either. I know you're probably asking that. I don't really want to take it off either because it's still holding this little bit of wiring up in. So I just want to leave this tray. Basically, I might fab this up until I can get this new inner. But regardless of what we're going to do or what our plan is, we still need to jack this truck up and take this front tire off so I can get in there. So that's what we're going to start on next, and I'm probably going to need to get my Sawzall in from this side to run the course I need to. Alrighty, so now that I'm tires off and I'm actually looking at it deeper in this angle, the Sawzall decision really isn't that hard to make anymore because it's all rusty underneath here. So it's pretty much all junk. So I'm going to cut out what I need and save that top rail and hopefully go to the junkyard and find some stuff I actually need here soon. Like you can see in there, it's just totally rusted. You can't really see up top, but up top's real bad. But yeah, I'm not really saving much, so it is what it is. We're gonna get rid of her. There you have it, right there. Now I have a clear shot. You should see the amount of rust that just came off this truck. I mean, that is the floor from just that little bit of Sawzall. There's a piece I obviously just cut off, but yeah. And I mean, all that stuff back there, like, yeah. So you can see right there, now we have a clear shot. See those bolts up top are out. Alright, so now I got this exhaust off. So we're just going to wiggle that back. Get it out of our way. Guess I should probably go underneath and cut the wire hangers. And that is our high-tech exhaust connection. And then right here we have the old cutter and spreader and shover on to a cherry bomb. Now, if that's not a farm truck exhaust, I don't know what is. Wait till you see the next one. I mean, hell, I should just take that and put that on the Camaro. That's racing stuff there, boy. Right there we have it, boys. Our Pepsi can JB Weld self-tapper special. You can see that's what was coming down the truck. There's 100% no exhaust leaks, no back pressure. I mean, this thing, it was running good. I mean, just look at that. I'm gonna hang this on my wall.
I honest to God, I'm gonna hang this on my wall. Like, that is amazing. Speechless. I'm speechless. And right here, there's the rest of our exhaust we had. Yeah, she was just stabbed on there. See that she was cut and folded right there on both sides. So that way that exhaust could be put over that. My one complaint maybe is, boys, next time, like, you should have put a Pepsi can connection there. Maybe a little bit of JB Weld. Other than that, really high quality exhaust. You can see my exhaust hangers. No, not my clamps. My exhaust hangers right there. It's the other high tech part of it. Alrighty, so we got her off. 3 snapped bolts are still in the block. But you can kind of see what I was dealing with right there. I mean, actually, that makes it look really good. Oh, no, it doesn't really. Like, they look like they're normal. They're just a little dirty. They're not. They are completely deformed and rusted. And I actually had to use my extractor kit for all of them. And it actually works pretty good. Yeah. So that's finally off. I have 3. And thank God they are in the actual top of the head. So let me show you that. So on these old Fords, the top, basically the back of the bolt is out in the open. So that's why they broke, is because they can rust and get corroded and basically weld themselves right there. And at the bottom, they actually go into the block like any other motor you can think of, like your normal motors. So that is a blessing, because for me to drill out and tap that, like, I don't risk. I can see what I'm doing a lot better, and I'm not risking going in nipping a water jacket or whatever. So, because I have done that before, and that sucks. Right up in there, you can see what I'm talking about. So the back, like, see, I can stick my finger behind that, right over that hole. So that's out in the open. Back in here, we actually go in the block. So you can see broken bolt, broken bolt, broken bolt. That's it. So that is basically what we need to accomplish, is getting those 3 out, and then we can start the process of putting the long tube headers on. Alrighty, so now we got the welder out. I'm just going to weld these 3 bolts on, these 3 nuts on, these 2 nuts. I'm about to find another one, on there. I don't really know if this one's going to work. I mean, yeah, it's going to heat them up a little bit. I did actually hit them with the air gun. Just a little bit in the center, just to get that little bit of vibration in there, just to knock them up a little bit. I like doing that. I think it works a little bit better. But yeah, we're gonna weld these on. When you do this, it is important to go in the center, and you basically just keep filling up. You don't want to just weld to the nut right away. You just want to fill a real hot puddle of slag in there, and then once it overflows, then it just welds to the nut by itself, basically. That's pretty much how you do it. I'm going to try to show it. I don't really know how much I'm going to be able to show. So yeah, this one is just cooling down. I thought I was recording, but I'm not. Figures. Yep, that one didn't work. Shocker. Oh, that one didn't work either. God damn it.
Alrighty, so where we're at right now, one bolt actually broke around the threads when I got it out. It actually took the rest of, like, pretty much it just cracked all around, like, where the threads are on the actual head. So I just welded that back on. I know you're probably thinking, what, how did you just weld that back on a cast iron head? You can do it. You just got to heat it up to the right temp and just spread the weld a lot. Actually, I will show you. It doesn't look the best right now because I spread the weld a lot because I don't want to risk breaking it. I will grind it down, make it look good. Then I went back through, and because I couldn't get these other bolts out with the taps or with the drills, drilling them out and stuff, so welded a washer on. I melted the piss out of them, and I was able to get deep in the bolt now through the holes. And then I welded another nut on, so hopefully we can get more penetration now and actually get them out. Alrighty, so you can see right there, got one welded, and then right there, that one's out, but I had that whole top half cracked off. I know I really covered the weld there. I don't really care how it looks. Gonna grind that down, make it look a lot better. But yeah, we're gonna try to get these two out next. I just finished that, so we'll see. I don't really have the best feeling. It already looks like they're starting to crack up top again, just like this one did. Whatever.
God dang it. Oh, wow. Gotta be shitting me.
Well, that didn't work. New game plan is I'm literally just gonna grind them flush with the head, and then I'm gonna go in there with a big drill bit and just totally go through it. Well, I think this happened on one of the other ones because there was a bolt with a nut on the backside. And that is what's nice about this, is I can put a nut on this backside because it's out in the open. So I'm actually not going into the block. So that's what I'm just gonna have to do with these two. It's not the end of the world, it just kinda is what it is. Alrighty, so you can see in there, we finally got them all out. I never really got that other bolt out. After the weld broke, went to try to drill it out, but the extractor was broke off in there because I had a really cheap set of extractors and I accidentally picked one of them. I didn't realize it was a cheap set and it broke off in there. And if anybody's ever tried to drill on top of that, they know that it is a pain in the butt. So long story short, I was working at that, trashing drill bits, and then, yeah, I ended up just hitting her with the air hammer and snapping her off because I figured it would honestly save me more time to weld it back on than to keep doing what I was doing. So that's what it is. I actually just welded that one back on. You can't really tell with that one. You can tell with the front one because the welds are really high and I spread them out a lot. This one, I mean, I spread them out, but yeah, it turned out definitely a lot better. It was a lot better angle to weld. I'm gonna try to get the long tubes in here now. I don't know if they're gonna fit. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of like a weird, I don't know. I was looking at this last night and I don't know. I have my doubts. There you have it. They're pretty short. I don't know. So, it's just that starter is so big though, dude. Like, the starter is huge on this thing. I don't know if that's normal. That is a big starter. So, I'm going to try from the top, but... I saw you looking at my shirt, and if you want to get some, the link is in my bio for the merch, and the merch is top of the notch. I mean, like, this shirt is great. Alrighty, so we just got her in. I tried going up underneath, and so I did take the starter the whole way out, and I was able to, I almost got it in underneath that way, but then I just went up top, and she slid right down in. You can see I just kind of like maneuvered it down there underneath where the hole is for the starter. Now I got to try to get the starter back in, which I think I'm going to do that before I tighten everything up. But yeah, so that's this side. They're a little tight right there on the frame for sure, but yeah, I don't know. It looks like it's still got to go this way a little bit too. Yeah, I mean, they're going to be touching, but whatever. I didn't design them. So we were hitting right on the side of the motor mount. So it's just a corner piece. So I'm gonna take a Sawzall, I think, and trim it out, or the grinder. It's just a little, it's nothing structural. I think it'll be fine. So yeah, that'll be the next step. Ready? So now time for the driver's side. Only thing that worries me on this one is the steering box. But we'll get that figured out, I guess. You see if it fits in there first. Alrighty, so we have this header in now. It was not easy. It's a tight fit. Definitely did not lift up the motor a little bit with this and pry it in there. But we got her in. We are gonna bolt her up and get her tight. What I had to do was I had to take off my clutch linkage. It's real tight at first against the steering box. Like, you pretty much have to pry it or lift up the motor and pry it around still. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alrighty, so they are in both sides. There is your finished product. But that's basically your clearance right there in your steering box. It's crazy because there was so much more room at first on the driver's side, and now there's none. And obviously the passenger side looks really roomy because I cut that wheel well out. But yeah, but still, you touch the frame right there, so you got to trim that. Damn!
All right, so what you're hearing, cylinder 1 is not firing because I broke that spark plug wire because I was trying to take it off when I was heating up the cast iron heads to weld it, and I shoved it back on. I didn't really take time to fix it because I'm gonna get new plugs. I just figured, hey, maybe I'll make contact. Maybe it'll sound like crap. Well, I must have not made contact, but I'm not that worried about it. The video, honestly, the audio doesn't really do it as justice. I feel like she growls. We do have a new Edelbrock intake to put on it to add, and while the intake's off, you might as well slide in a cam, right? So I'm gonna be putting the cam in this thing. Now we just gotta wait for the brake lines to show up. See there, we got the new back brake lines made, rubber hose connected. Right there, new copper line, solid, running the whole way up through. So now, gonna bleed the brakes and get that ready. But yeah, I mean, this was pretty successful so far, getting the brakes done and the long tube headers put on. I just went and picked up my sandblaster. I got the media, so we're gonna start sandblasting this frame soon and get this bed put on because I need to get this truck done in less than 3 weeks. All right, so I know this video is gonna be kind of cut off, but this is a series build. So you're just gonna have to subscribe so you can see the next episode because I got a lot of stuff planned and a lot of stuff coming.